Alright, so I really wasn't expecting to have to come on here and talk about this topic today, but yeah, guys, it's not clickbait. It actually happens to be really serious. And usually when it comes down to it, I would not make a video on someone passing away, let alone it being a YouTuber or a public influencer, because I just feel like that's really disrespectful, but I figured that I would come on here today to talk about Twomad, since I have talked about him in the past and his allegations. So no bullshit here, this was a really shocking thing to hear about. When I first came across it, I didn't believe it originally. But yes, guys, like I said before, this is not a joke. This is not clickbait. This is real. So earlier today, TMZ put out an article at around 2 p.m. talking about the death of Twomad. And this article goes, YouTuber Twomad dead at 23, investigated as possible OD. If you guys don't know what an OD is, it's an overdose from drugs. Mudia Sedik, a popular YouTuber who goes by Twomad online, has died, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell us the internet personality, who has millions of followers across his various YouTube channels and social pages, was found unresponsive Tuesday night at his Los Angeles area home. This after somebody called in to ask for a welfare check. We're told Twomad hadn't been heard from in several days by concerned parties, and he even missed some appointments. As a result, the LAPD was sent to check on him, and that's when they found his body, although it is unclear how long he'd been in that state. Our sources say there was drug paraphernalia found on the scene, and at this point we're told this is being investigated as a possible overdose. No foul play is suspected in the death. And then it looks like they attach a tweet from Twomad's Twitter in which he had posted a picture of a gun for whatever reason on February 8th, 2024. I think that might be the reason why people started worrying about him, because it's really odd to post a picture of a gun and then just go missing from your social media that you've been posting every day and almost every hour on. Because if you don't know anything about Twomad, he just, I don't know how to describe him, but he had like some mental thing going on where he would just constantly tweet the most random shit. And I used to follow this guy, and that was one of the main reasons why I unfollowed him. But yeah, once again, it looks like this was one of the last things he posted before he passed away. And it's totally understandable why this is concerning, because at the time people didn't really understand what was going on, but it turns out it had nothing to do with the gun itself. Twomad had caused concern among his fan base in recent weeks, including some strange one-off tweets he was posting last week, not to mention a bunch of photos of firearms. The guy was an interesting character in addition to skits, gaming, commentary, and live streams. He was just very into internet culture and had a massive fan base. Like we said, millions of followers, but his videos would also get a significant number of views. Twomad was embroiled in controversy of late, and he seems to have been off the radar in recent months when it came to his content creation. His last video across all three of his channels was 5 months ago, and he certainly seemed to be in good spirits in it. He was only 23, rest in peace. Yeah, dude, I really don't know what to say when it comes down to this, except for that's terrible, it really is. Now, when it comes down to this news, some people are really happy about this, posting things like these tweets you see right here on the screen, which in my opinion is a little bit over the top. And then we got some people who are genuinely sad about this. Now, I'm not really too sure where I stand on this, if I feel happy or sad. I frankly don't think I feel either. I'm sort of like in the middle on this, but it definitely is shocking to see news come out like this, let alone that him passing away this young was really unexpected. Now, the reason why there are a lot of people who are happy about his passing is because last year a lot of stuff went down. There were some allegations made against Twomad with him allegedly essaying somebody, in which I covered that all when it happened last year. So if you'd like to learn more about that, be sure to check out those videos, because I go in real deep talking about the allegations. Now, the whole reason why these essay allegations came out in the first place was because Twomad made a really unhinged tweet where he claimed that this girl was his girlfriend, in which he said, quote, "I have girlfriend, bro, look." And if you guys happen to not know anything about this picture of this girl and who this is, this actually happens to be a trans girl who was murdered in the UK back last year in February by her two friends. And I'm not really too sure if Twomad knew or not that this is who this person is in this photo, but like, come on, bro, what were you thinking? Let alone that this girl happens to be a minor, so him claiming that this is his girlfriend really isn't a good look, especially that he was like 22, 23 years old when he did put out this tweet. So I guess this is why people are calling him a pedo. But yeah, this is why the allegations started in the first place, because apparently Twomad's ex saw this and she had had enough of his tweets and his degeneracy, so she decided to expose him and the alleged SA. Now, once again, if you want to hear more about that, I do have videos on it, so feel free to go check those out. Now, on top of the allegations that have been revealed last year, actually as of recently, as of today, when the news came out about Twomad's passing, Jameski, if you guys don't know who Jameski is, he was Twomad's roommate, came out with a big tweet alleging this. "I can can finally say it. Twomad was a rapist and a pedophile. Over the past few years, he tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done. He wanted to take out multiple innocent lives by getting behind a wheel and going head on freeway while being high on illegal drugs. He didn't succeed once, as he overdosed before killing anybody, so he tried it again. Despite him trying to murder me and multiple innocent lives, I've been trying to help law enforcement to make sure he's safe, doesn't get hurt, and doesn't harm anybody. Please remember that he's a rapist and a pedophile. He continued to prey on the vulnerable even after the police got involved, including a 12-year-old in a mental hospital. The tragedy doesn't excuse any of his actions. I will address a lot of stuff when I fully collect my thoughts. The past few months have been a total mess and reason why I ended up in the ER. Please give me time. Now, if it actually does turn out that all this is true, that would be really damning, and I can see why a lot of people are just memeing on his death and they're happy about this whole situation. Now, I'm not going to necessarily hop on this like immediately after reading it because they are simply just allegations, and essentially this is all hearsay for right now, and the fact that it came out today, the day that we learned that he passed away, is kind of weird, but it does make sense because it goes either way, honestly. Either Jameski is lying and he made this up because he knows that Twomad, since he's not here anymore, can't defend himself anymore. Not really saying he did in the first place, but these could be false. And that's not me discrediting the allegations because I don't know if they're false or if they're true. Really wouldn't be surprised if they are true, but we just don't know for right now. But what if Jameski is not lying here? It actually turns out that he did do this. He tried murdering people and he's a pedo, and there's 100% proof that he R-worded somebody. And the reason why Jameski didn't come out earlier about this was because Twomad was still alive and Twomad could do something to Jameski, say come and find him and murder him. And now since Twomad has passed away, now Jameski doesn't have to worry about Twomad coming after him. And the reason why I bring that up is because a lot of people look at this tweet and they instantly just think it's true and they believe it 100% without looking into it and making sure it's legit. And it's not just Jameski lying. And I'm not trying to say that he's lying here because I don't know if he is or not. But what I'm trying to say though is that I think a lot more people should have taken this with a grain of salt because these easily could be false. Because there have been many times that I have seen false allegations be made against many creators. Just to name some, Dream had false allegations made against him. White had fake allegations made against him. And even Pyrocynical, I think, had false allegations made against him. But I'm really not too sure on that one. But my point being here though is that there is no evidence attached to this tweet. So me personally, I think I'm just gonna sit on the fence and take it with a grain of salt until Jameski comes out with like a video or like a tweet that has evidence of this happening. And once again, I'm not trying to discredit what he's saying here. It's just I don't know if it's fake or if it's real. But yeah, once again, if this happens to be real, I have no sympathy for Twomad because there's no coming back from this. And if this is true, I mean, justice will never get served because he's already gone. So like coming out about this right after he passed away probably isn't gonna do too much. But I can see why Jameski, if this is true, did come out about this right now. So I guess besides that, we're just gonna have to wait for Jameski to come out with all of the evidence. And until then, there's really nothing else to talk about. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you happen to enjoy the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so the video will get promoted more in the algorithm so more people will see it. Thank you so much for being a member to the channel. Your support really means the world to me and I really appreciate it. Now with everything being said, at this point I don't know how I feel about Twomad's passing, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next video. Peace.